Hi everyone, my name is Hani Kholia and this is my fourth video on my channel MHCRM Boosters. In this video, I am going to cover fields and views, that is the second part of my previous video, entity components. So I am going to cover each and every aspect of fields and views which I use in Dynamics 365. Guys, I would recommend you to watch this video till the end. I'm very sure that is going to help you out. So let's continue. Fields use and layout. Field is used to insert data in CRM in an easy format. Field data type decides what type of data I can insert in the field. The data filled in form fields when combined becomes a record of an entity. So to insert data inside CRM, I need fields. So field is necessary and the data type of the field decides what kind or what type of data I can insert them in that particular field. So there are two ways to create fields in CRM through customization, but you need to have system administrator or system customizer security role to create this field. So first is I will go to setting, customization, customize the system, select my entity, go to field component and there I can create a new field. But this process will only create a field in entity. If I want to show that field in the form, I need to add that field in the form. So second path is settings, customization, customize the system, entity, respective entity, main form. In main form, inside field explorer, which I have showed you in the previous video, click on new field button. So through there I can create a field as well as from there I can add the field in form. So I'll show you through MSCRM how can I create it. So let's check it out. So this is my online Dynamics 365 testing environment. I'll go to advanced settings. Once I click on advanced setting, it will redirect me to this page. I click on customization, then to customize the system. So once I click on customize the system, it will take me to this page. This is my entity employee. This is the form. This is the field. From here, if I click on field, I can add a field through this. So here I have created one field. So I'll click on new, then I can give it a name, and this name specifies a schema name. This is the publisher, field security, auditing, and here I can check for the data type, field type. Field type depends on the data type, format depends on the data type. So here I can save and close. I have created one field through field section. This is new leaving date. So it's of data type date and time, field type simple, and format date only. Then I went to forms. I opened main form, and here I can create new field from form section. Through new form, it will have the same options which I had earlier for creating fields through entity. So custom field shows the fields which I have created as a developer, and these are not system fields. So this one is a custom field. So it was like this. Once I double click on it, it will be added to the form. Then I have to save and then I have to publish it. Publishing is important. If you will not publish it, it will not reflect in CRM user interface. So my changes have been published. So I'll go to the user interface. This is the sales module. I need to refresh the page, which is important. So here, this is my employee entity. I'll create a new record. It will show me the leaving date and it is of date type only. So here I can select it. So I've showed you how can I create a field in CRM customization area. So what are the data types used in Dynamics 365? There are 14 data types. Single line text, multiple line text, option set, multi-select option set, two options, image, whole number, floating point number, decimal point number, currency, date and time, lookup, customer, file. These are the data types available in Dynamics 365. So customer and file are recently added, which I have seen in Dynamics 365. So these fields have field type also. Like date and time has simple, calculated and roll up. Simple, calculated and roll up. So all these fields, only the specified fields have field type in them. I mean, other data types doesn't have this field type option in it. Field data types explanation. Single line text is used to contain 4000 characters. So is a simple field used mostly for text characters, or if you want to insert some text values inside particular field. Multiple line of text provides more number of text characters in it, like we can use it for the address field. Option set. This field provides a set of options. Each option has a number value and a label. When added to a form, this field displays a control for users to select only one option. When this field is displayed in advanced find, user can use a pick list control to select multiple options to include in their search criteria. You can define a single global option set and configure option set fields to use that single set of options. So it means option set field is used to select options from a list of options like drop down. If I insert this kind of a field in CRM form, then I can select only one option from the drop down list. But if the same option is available or I'm trying to search in advanced find, I can select more than one option at that time for the search results. So we can make it usable for a single time, and if I want to use that particular option set for other entities also or throughout CRM organization, so I can do so, but I have to make it as a global option set. Fourth is image. If I want to display a particular image against a form within an entity, then I can make an image data type, or I can add an image type of field in CRM. Okay, so basically this field is used to display an image within a form. Multi-select option set. This is a new option in Dynamics 365. So it is similar to option set, but at the same time I can select more than one option in CRM user interface main form itself when I'm selecting options through drop down. In a similar way it behaves for the advanced find also. Two options means when I have to select, it's kind of a radio button. I have to select yes or no, one or two. So true or false. For these kinds of values, this option, this data type is used. Lookup stands for setting a reference to a single record of a specific type of entity, some system lookup fields behave differently. Means lookup is used to create, it's a kind of a relationship, and if in case I want to check for the records of some other entity, so lookup is used there. Customer, a lookup field that can be used to specify customer, which can be account or contact. So a customer basically is also a lookup field, but it is specific to account or contact, which can specify customer details like account or contact. Whole number. So whole number is basically for number numeric values. If we need some numeric values, we can insert whole number type of field inside CRM form and have values between this to this. Floating point number, it can contain up to digits up to 5 decimal points of precision, can be used for values between this and this. You can specify the level of precision and maximum and minimum values as per your requirement. Decimal number means up to 10 decimal points of precision, can be used for values between this and this. Currency, monetary values between these value and this value can be added into the field. If in case I want to calculate something or I want to show any money related values or any amount, so currency field is used. Date and time is specific to display date only or date and time both. So date and time field is used in that way. So as I told you that field data types has also field type in it. Simple, calculated and roll up. It contains data that is based on a formula. Okay, that is based on a formula, and calculated field contains calculations that use fields from the current entity or related parent entity. So simple field is simple. There is no need for any you can say problems or any kind of complex things in it. These can be added. Calculated field is basically if I want to show sum of two values within the CRM form itself, I can use calculated type of field that way. So I'll show you how I can use calculated field. Ruler field means field type means contains an aggregate value computed from the records related to a record or a value computed over hierarchy. So basically this is used for aggregated values. And calculated field type has basically formulas which I will show you. So let's continue and watch that. So guys, here I'll show you example that in brief. So how can I use calculated or rule up field types? So here I am on the form right now. So here if I need to create a field like we have an employee and his leaving date is means he will be on notice period for 30 days if he applies from today. So on that basis it will calculate the notice period end date for that employee. So in this way, it's a brief example I am trying to show you how can I use calculated field. So this is leaving date field, which is type of date and time, and field type is date only. Let me show you. See, date and type is the data type, field type is simple, format is date only. The field type is simple, basically it's not calculated, not roll up. So I'm creating a calculated field, that is total, which I've already created. Okay, I'll change the name to notice period end date. Okay, but since I have created earlier only, so the name schema name is new underscore total only, and it's a single line of text field. Field type is calculated. Format is text. Okay, wait. I'm showing you from starting how I'm creating a field of type calculated. Okay, so this is the name I am giving to it. So I'll keep in mind that the schema name should not be in capital letter. Here I am selecting data type as date and time. It will be calculated, and format is date only because I want to show additional dates according to that. Edit. Once I click on edit, the calculated field type of field will be created. Okay, so I have created this field in the name of notice period end date, and it is of date and time. Field type is calculated. So once I click on edit, the field will be created, and I will go again on edit. So in calculated field, if you'll see calculated field type, so here we get to set some conditions as well as some actions. So like this, I have selected if living date contains data. So action should be add days. Add days is a function. 30 means how many days should be added to living date, and to which field basically have to add days to. So new underscore living date is a schema name for the living date field of type date and time. Okay, so in this way I can put conditions, I can put if else conditions, and then actions which can be performed on that particular field. Then I can save and close it. I have already done so. Then I have to save and publish a form. So once it is saved and published, as you can see, I have created one record in the name of Yamini. So in this, I have mentioned leaving date as 8/9/2020, which is clickable, and this is read only. So that is why I can't make changes to it. But you can see it is showing me 8/10/2020, means 30 days are added to it. But to reflect this change, we need to save our record. Then only notice period date, notice period end date field, calculated field will show the result. So it totally depends on the requirement when we have to use calculated field. So let's check out for the roll up type of field. So basically roll up field is used when we want to show aggregate value by taking field values from a related entity. So like this I can create a roll up field depending on the data type. The field type should be roll up, and there I can edit. In edit section it will show me the source entity, like I'm creating for account if in case. So source will be account, hierarchy no, related entity opportunities, filters, and count of opportunity. So count of opportunity means count the number of opportunity it has, 1 2 3 like this. And if I want to sum it, so we have this limited aggregate functions available for roll up field type. So it depends on again on requirement whether I want to use sum, max, min, count, average. So it all depends on this. So in this way you can add this field inside your CRM form, and accordingly you can perform the action which you want over that form. So these are all about field data types and field types. So let's continue with views. Views is also an important component of entity. So view is used to define how a list of records is displayed for a specific entity. A drop-down list of views is frequently displayed in the application so that people have options for different views of entity data. A view defines the column to display, how wide each column should be, how the list of records should be sorted by default, what default filters should be applied to restrict which records will appear in the list. Like here, I'm in advanced find section. So basically these are also views, and these are system views for account entity. In case I want to check for the employee entity, so this is a system view, active, inactive, and under my views, if you have created any view for yourself, you can name it as whatever you want to name it as, but it comes under my view or personal view. Type of views. So basically there are three types of views: personal, public, and system view. Personal user level access required to create this view. I should have a user level access to create personal view for myself. Personal views are owned by individuals. These views are visible only to that person or anyone else they choose to share their personal views with. Create personal views by saving a query that you define by using advanced find, or by using the save filters as new views and save filters to current view options in the list. While you can create a new personal view based on a system or public views, you cannot create a system or public view based on a personal view. So I'll show you how can I create a personal view for myself. So first I'm trying to create through advanced find. So like this, I have employees. I will select any particular field I want to, like email ID contains data, and lookup field also contains data. Okay, so this is the number of records which came here. Okay, so in this way I can save this view. I can save this view and give it a name as my employee view, and if you want to give a description about it, you can do so. Okay, and if I want to rename, or I want to use this view, so I can click on save as. I can give it another name. The existing one will already exist, but I can create a new view with a different name but with the same filters, and I have an option to edit columns here. I can add columns, basically which columns I want to see, like this qualification, owner. So earlier that was not visible. Now you can see owner and qualification is also visible. So in this way I can edit columns, and in edit properties I can rename this view. In saved views section I can check my views which are saved by me. like this. If I want to fetch XML for it, I can click on this and download fetch XML for it. And if I want to export these records, I can click on export employees. Whatever type of sheet you want to make it as, you can make it. And if in case I want to share my view with another user which should have a user level of access, I can do so. I'll go to saved views, click on my employee. Here you can see we have assign saved views also option, and we have share saved views option is also there. Click on share. So I can add user or team. If I've made any user or team, I can add so like this. What privileges I want to provide, write, delete, append, it depends upon me, and then I can share. So in this way I can share personal view with the help of advanced find. I can create my personal view, and if I want to see this personal view within that entity, I can do so. Just look here. Click on employees, employee entity. Here you can see my employee view. It is here. And if I want to create my personal view through entity form user interface page, I'll go here, click on create view. The same way I can create my personal view with the same layout of advanced find. So it's quite easy to create your personal view. On the other hand, public views, these views are available in the view selector, and you can use them in subgrids in a form or as a list in a dashboard. Some public views exist by default for system entities and for any custom entities. For example, when you create a new custom entity, it will have following combination of public and system views. So let us see, I have created an employee entity. So let us see what are the public views which are available over there. So here I am in the view section of employee entity. So I have created the field, this entity. These public views are automatically created. This is the public view, quick find view, lookup view, associated view, advanced find view, default public view. So this one is also a public view, active employees, which is coming under system views. Next is system view. So system view editing these views needs system administrator or system customizer security role. System views are special views the application depends on, which exist for system entities or are automatically created when you create custom entities. These views are not shown in the view selector. You can't use them in subgrids in a form. So but public views were able to be used within a form, within a subgrid, if we'll check in the form section, as well as they can be added in the dashboard, but system views cannot be selected in that way. The system views are available as for quick find. The default view used when searches are performed using quick find. This view also defines which fields are searched when using search capabilities of quick find and lookup views. So like quick find is basically like this. Active employees is a public view. It's kind of a system view. So this quick find active view is basically add find column. It means when I try to search data here in active employees view, I will search from name. Let's see, it shows me record using name. But if I want to search using employee ID, sorry, not employee ID, email ID. So let's see, it shows me whether the same using email ID. No, it's blank. So in this way I can add, this is a quick find option. In this way I can add email ID here in the quick find views inside employee entity view component. Here see name is selected. With the help of name we can search. I can look for email ID. Click on email ID, quick find view. If I want to add a column which should be viewable, I can add email ID in that. I will save and close. So it is saving as of now. I need to save and publish my entity so that any changes done to my entity or entity components should be published and saved without any fail. So like I have shown you that I have added email ID in the quick find section of quick find active views. We can say active employees view basically. So I'm trying to search using email ID, which I was not able to do so earlier. So now you can see I am able to see the record Farhan Malik by searching through email ID. So in this way quick find view works. An advanced find is a simpler way. Basically the default view used to display results when using advanced find. This view also defines columns used by default when new custom public views or personal views are created without defining a view to use as a template. These are the normal views which we can see within advanced find. Associated view is like if I've created a relationship between two entities and I want to view records of other entity using my previous entity view, I can do so. Like here I am in employee entity. Okay, so I click on Farhan and I'll check related. I'll click on accounts. So account associated view means I can see accounts associated view or other views of accounts using this option. This is the kind of associated view. And lookup views are basically when we try to set a value for a lookup field within an entity. Like I've selected one record and here is the lookup field. I've selected one contact in it. I can use this one. So basically this drop down list is basically reflecting as a view. It's kind of a view. Like see, change view. I can save it. This is the lookup view. So in this way system views combines public views and personal views, including quick find views, advanced find views, associated views and lookup views. This comes under views, and I would recommend you if you're trying to go for any interview related to Dynamics CRM, so do practice all these things on the online version of Dynamics 365. It will definitely help you out. In the next video, I'm going to cover the other topics. Thank you for watching this video till here. Have a nice day.